Hi, my wonderful sweet babies, it's Destined Choice, and for today's video I really wanted to get on here and talk about the fact that people have been dragging the hell out of Natalie Nunn over this bullshit ass show, The Bad Boys Club.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
So if you guys haven't heard, people have been dragging Natalie Nunn for the past couple of days because of her appearance on the Zeus Network. If you guys didn't know, she's producing a show called The Bad Boys. Now, this show is basically a rendition, a runoff to the show The Bad Girls Club. I'm pretty sure most of you guys grew up watching the show The Bad Girls Club back in the day. And if you did watch The Bad Girls Club back in the day, shame on your damn parents, because that show was disgusting and none of us had any business watching that shit back in the day. But overall, Natalie Nunn wants to basically revive the whole BGC fan pages. She wants to revive the whole BGC train, and she wants to bring back what a lot of us used to watch back in the day. But she wanted to do it with a house full of dudes. So she created an entire rendition, an entire runoff inspired by the show The Bad Girls Club that she was once on, and she put a whole bunch of guys, which most of them are gay, but there's 3 straight guys. Andrew Caldwell, who we all know as Mr. Delivered, is one of the straight guys. And overall, the entire cast is a cluster of social media influencers. Some of them are known from viral videos. Some of them are on other reality shows. Milan Christopher is on the show. The guy from Catfish is on the show. So many social media influencers on the show.
I would be flipping hair right now, but it's in this bonnet. What I'm trying to say is I got thousands of DMs about potential cast members for the new season of Bad Boys Club. And truly what I want to say to you guys is just trust me. Just believe in me. Just support me. It's really hard as it is for African American women in this industry to prosper, to make something out of nothing. Bad Girls Club was just supposed to be a show that every season they just find new girls and just keep moving on.
And people have been giving Natalie a lot of shit for that because this isn't the first time Natalie has been trying to bring Bad Boys Club to life. She has been trying to bring Bad Boys Club to life for over 10 years, but Oxygen, the platform that ran Bad Girls Club in America, wasn't feeling the idea. They thought the idea was stupid and ridiculous, and people feel as though that we're kind of at a place where people don't want to watch a show with a whole bunch of gay men. There I say it, but it's the truth. A lot of people don't want to watch a show with a whole bunch of gay men fighting in one big-ass house because the thing's just been played out. It's just been played out. You see it with women, you see it with families, and you see it with a whole bunch of bullshit that we see on TV nowadays that has been canceled.
Who was your favorite judge? Who do you think was really vibing with you when you were up there talking?
Flo.
Flo was? What do you think makes you a bad boy?
You see, I can't get my secret up like that.
You gotta tell me something.
Fact that I'm just, no pain, no gain.
Well, what makes me a bad boy is basically I live by my own standards, and whatever I do, I expect people to follow lead, and if they don't, then that's them. I still do me.
I'm a bad boy because I say I am, plain and simple. But I'm a bad boy because I live my life with no regrets and no mistakes that possible, no apologies.
You can show that you can have a tough skin, and it's all about having tough skin through all of that.
And how about you?
What makes me a bad boy is I can turn the switch on and off depending on the situation that I'm in.
And many networks weren't feeling it. Natalie Nunn has pitched it to several networks and no one picked it up. Natalie Nunn was even criticized for this 10 years ago because if you guys didn't know, her best friend at the time, Sarah, who's another girl from Bad Girls Club, actually outed her and said that a couple years ago when she tried to bring the whole Bad Boys Club thing to life, she actually scammed hella fucking people.
It makes sense based on all the sequence of events and what she's done is that she actually scammed the fans back then because apparently 300 something fans had tried out for Bad Boys. She charged $100 an application and she made $30,000 and pocketed the money. She didn't give Flo, Judy, or myself any money for even doing the casting or to look out for us, but just took all the money from the fans. And what I really don't like is not only did she steal the money, but you're promising them something without delivering. And it's like selling a dream, okay? Anytime you do a casting, nobody is going to ask you for money. Or if they tell you to sign up with their agency, they're not gonna ask you for money and say, you need these photos and this, that. It's a scam. So for her to charge fans and then not deliver anything, like it's 100% a scam.
And Natalie has been trying to put this whole Bad Boys thing for years, and it's finally coming to life on the Zeus Network. Now, many people have been criticizing the Zeus Network overall. People think the Zeus Network is some bullshit, it's trash, poo-poo caca mixed with diarrhea, and low-key, it kind of is. The network is overall trash, but I don't have a problem with the network because it's just a slapback of reality, because VH1, MTV, and all these trash-ass networks do the same exact shit. Musicians promote the same bullshit that we see on Zeus Network, and when Lem, the founder, president, and owner of Zeus Network, addressed the whole Zeus being trash, this is what he had to say when Funky NEVAAA actually confronted him and addressed him for promoting this bullshit on his platform.
Are you talking violence, sex, drugs, you know, etc.? I mean, if that's the case, then all of Hollywood is trash. Every production, every show, every network is trash. And then we should probably watch TBN and the Word Network every day.
I mean, we could honestly sit here and play a game of words all day long, but
it's not words. It's not words. You said our programming and the network is trash. You know, I invested my own money to create a Black-owned network because we're usually not given these opportunities. I think our customers are intelligent enough to understand what they're consuming.
Now, to be fair, his response was very warranted and needed because he had a point. A lot of the stuff we see in music and television nowadays is just what he puts on his platform, because at the end of the day, wherever there's a demand, there's a supply. Wherever there's a supply, there's a consumer, i.e. us. We're the ones that consume that shit. As a whole, Natalie Nunn has been doing everything she can to kiss up to the owner of Zeus, and she got the show pitched on the platform. But a lot of people are very upset at Natalie because, for one, she hyped it up for a damn near 9-8 months, telling people to audition, sign up, posting it everywhere, telling everybody to audition because it's going to be lit. Come to find out, her ass only casted social media influencers, like I said in this video. Literally, there's no regular people on there. Everybody on there is an influencer. Many people were upset because as you go on YouTube, there were so many people who posted their auditions on YouTube, so many people who submitted, and they didn't get picked.
I live a bad boy life. I've always lived a bad boy life. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm trying to cast for this Bad Boys Club.
Because come to find out, Natalie just picked a whole bunch of influencers who have gone viral before. She picked people who already had a following. But to be fair, I understand why she did that, because y'all gotta remember, no one's about to watch a show full of a whole bunch of randoms anymore, and they're not going to bring in ratings. A lot of people tuned into the show to watch Mr. I'm Delivered, right along with Milan Christopher, who we all know was on Love and Hip Hop and already has a shit ton of followers. So I get why she did it that way, but it's just the fact that she hyped all these people up, making them think they're going to be on the show, when in reality, all these people got on the show due to nepotism and connections. But many people have a problem with the show because, to be fair, the show is kind of fucking corny. It's literally corny because a lot of the cast members just probably watched a shit ton of Bad Girls Club and they're trying to revive that actual thing. It's annoying because you can kind of tell that they're forcing shit. They're drinking, they're acting the fool, they're doing bullshit, and it just feels like I'm watching Bad Girls Club, but with a whole bunch of guys who are literally trying to perform an SNL skit. It's cringe. And I will say that the show wasn't horrible, it just needs a lot of work because it was giving very much low budget Nigerian film, low budget, you know, spoof parody, 2008 YouTube spoof parody. I just feel like the show could have done so much more and had a lot more to offer. But the show literally is just a cesspool of shit with a whole bunch of stereotypical gay people on the show. You know, just being messy and problematic and starting shit and fist fighting and acting the fool. And mind you, these are grown men who are well into their 30s. And one of them is damn near 40 years old, a whole fucking senior citizen. Excuse my French, but that's just the truth. You're old as shit and you acting like this? I'm just going to be honest. He's damn near 40 years old, one of the main cast members on the show, who's obviously the center of attention right now, Milan Christopher, but yet he's acting like this. It's really embarrassing. I will say that the show isn't bad. I just feel like they should have had better production because it seemed like the budget was trash. For one, I was very upset that Andrew Caldwell left because I wanted to see how he would have been on the show.
You are not now coming out no damn house talking about where the money reside, where the money. Bitch, please.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Please, please.
I'm not gonna argue with you because I'm gonna.
You whoop this over here. You see these big old men. Okay, you're not going to see. You're not going to see me. Okay, Zeus Network. This is for you. You are using my image. You're using me while I was sitting down getting makeup on for a photo shoot. Every person has to put on makeup, but you are using my image for a and you said when I recorded that by one of your guys when we went to the airport and you guys stalked me when I left the hotel, begged me to come back, saying I'm the star of the show, and if I don't come back, I can't say too much. But anyway, Zeus Network, this is for you. Stop using my image. Stop using my likeness to promote your show.
On top of that, I was also very upset because Natalie felt the need to constantly integrate herself. Because as we all know, Natalie Nunn is literally a narcissist. Natalie is trying to integrate herself into every single thing to make herself the center of attention, and I really wasn't fucking with it. For one, once the show opened, all we see is Natalie all over. She literally had a whole 15-minute scene dedicated to her, and then she came in the middle of the episode, and then she was all the way to the end. It was very extra, it was very cringe, it was almost like she was a cast member on the show, but yet she's an executive producer and creator of the show. And it's very overbearing because Natalie Nunn, the whole time I was watching her, I was just like, girl, shut the fuck up. She literally wants to integrate herself into the show so badly, to the point where she felt the need to bring up that she was on Bad Girls Club.
That's okay.
But it's other than
But
being
it doesn't
offended.
matter. I was on the first season of Bad Girls Club when the first girl ever came out and said she was gay. Florina got thrown across the fucking pool fighting for the shit. I understand. She was in the hospital, came back with a whole broken leg.
I remember that.
You remember that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. People are gonna ask.
Girl, we fucking get it. You were on a trash reality show when you were 21 years old. You're now 37. You feel the need to constantly bring up some shit that you did 10 years ago that's very memorable. I'm telling you, the show literally irritated me because the thing about Natalie, she feels like she has to constantly remind people what TV show she was on, what she did, because a lot of people are realistically forgetting about her. We're going to this new wave of Instagram models being on reality TV, video vixens being on reality TV, musicians being on reality TV, and Natalie Nunn just isn't really standing the test of time. She's still socially relevant because she constantly is working, but it's just the fact that she's trying to remind people of a hit reality TV show that she was on.
This party's just the kickoff.
Period.
Y'all need to motherfucking build the Bad Boy brand. The fans have been asking for this shit for a long time.
Years.
Now's the time to set the fucking tone.
Period.
At the end of the day, we can start here. Let's fucking run all of LA.
Period.
Let's build the fucking brand.
No one really fucking cares. People mostly know her from BGC, and BGC ended years ago because the show ended up being trash after a few years of it being on air. Many people stopped watching it, but she felt the need to constantly remind people that she was on the show. She's always going on live, addressing the fact that she was on that show in that season, and she makes everything about herself.
Everybody needs to. The thing that I've learned for a very, very long time, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to be real, because Lemmy was being very, very real right now. There was plenty of times when Oxygen fucked me over, okay? And I was the ratings, okay? From the beginning. Bad Girl Season 4 was the highest rated season ever on Oxygen out of any season of Bad Girls Club. And for them to have not done certain things that I wanted to do with them because, oh, Natalie's asking for too much money. Back then, I wasn't even asking for no real fucking money. Now, you know how they say yesterday's pricing to, baby, they couldn't even afford to get me on the phone today. All the times they dogged me the fuck out, gave other people shows. I pitched this, but then they gave it to this person. I pitched them this idea. Oh no, Bad Boys Club's a bad show. Oh, let's give this person the spinoff. Oh, let's make this person the this, the that, and just kept like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay, now I'm over here at Zeus. We're going to do shit my motherfucking way now. And if you don't like it...
For those of y'all who didn't know, Kirk Franklin's son is also on the show. And many people were constantly grilling about his sexuality on the show, more so the two straight dudes, because they're trying to ask him if he likes women or he likes men. Now, I get it. If someone asks you if you're gay, simply answer the question or tell them to mind their fucking business and keep it moving. But the fact that he just kept deflecting from it is what made it cringe. But it was just the fact that the straight dude, Moolah, on the show kept trying to force the shit, and that's when it became very overbearing and toxic, because someone's sexuality has nothing to fucking do with you. It's just messy, problematic, and toxic.
Do you like men or do you like women? I just want to know, bro. I just want to know, bro.
Let's just put that out there. Men hit on me all the time, different kinds. You know what I'm saying? Love is sublime, so I can't control who attracted to me. All I can do is just like do my thing, bro. Like everybody who try to come, every letter in the alphabet in my DM, bro. Everything in between, bro. I really live this life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just like rock star shit. I enjoy myself. I'm not in no fucking relationship. I'm polyamorous first and foremost. So all that monogamous shit, like, niggas gonna love to argue with me after this damn show. I don't give a fuck.
I wasn't expecting that. His upbringing, his father's Kirk Franklin, This is really a shocker to me.
But a lot of people aren't really feeling the show. It was very mediocre. There was just a lot of things that needed to be done. Then there were many moments where you could see the security guards. Like, you would almost feel like you were behind the scenes because you just see the security guards everywhere. The show was just a fucking mess. Just fighting, drink throwing, the two white boys fighting, punching the air. It was just an overall tragedy. And I do hope that the show gets better over time, but many people just aren't feeling it. And a lot of people aren't feeling it because it just feels like a lot of this shit was just rushed just to bring something to light. When in reality, a real true reality show takes like 6 months to film. Like, they should have literally filmed this shit for about 6 months, had a nice storyline outline, had a nice little setup, let the dudes just interact and kept the producers out of the limelight. But to see the producers actually constantly stepping in, I feel like I'm watching spoofs, parodies, behind the scenes, and I'm watching bloopers because there's just no reason why I should be seeing security guards stepping in constantly and me seeing them constantly. I'm just like, what is this? Like, I feel like I'm literally witnessing a tragedy and they want my ass, they want my big ass to just jump through the screen and just try to rectify the whole situation for them and tell them what to do. I just felt that the show just needed to be more organic. I feel like if she just casted a whole bunch of random boys who just, you know, come from all different walks of life, trying to build something for themselves, maybe the show would have been more entertaining. But instead, she out here casting struggle rappers and shit, fucking washed up influencers, struggle BBL, IG models, struggle ass influencers that I've never fucking heard of. And then there's a few select cast members that are actually enjoyable. But I feel like because of all the fakeness and the extraness and the forced little storyline with the, you know, two straight dudes, I feel like that's what they're preying on, and that's what makes the show so corny and least organic. So far, there's only been about 4 episodes, and I will say that one moment they'll have me, then they'll lose me, then they'll really have me, and then they'll fucking lose me, and then I just question why the fuck I'm even subscribed to Zeus Network. I feel like they're trying to recreate what BGC had. But with this show, you can just tell that a lot of them are just hoping to get the best edit, the best portrayal, trying to make jokes. And it's like, it's embarrassing because these dudes are well into their 30s and we don't know much about them other than the fact that a lot of them have gotten into a fight. Other than the fact that every single one of them have gotten into a fight. Apparently, several of them own businesses. One of them is Kirk Franklin's son. The other one was Andrew Caldwell, who left early, who was acting a damn fool. Then there was one who was a famous Instagram star. Then there's one that was on Catfish. And I don't know shit about any of these people other than the fact that they're just overall a drunken mess. And that just gets annoying because I really want to know more about these individuals. But Natalie Nunn just casted a whole bunch of people and expected them to just provide BGC. Like, I heard BGC mentioned like 6 times. Like, this is a whole fucking other show. Like, this is literally a whole new show. No different concept, no creativity, no none of that. I feel like to make the show a lot better, what they could have did was they could have simply just said, okay, you know what? We're going to set up like this. We're going to have half the house on this side, half the house on that side. We're going to have you guys competing in some type of challenge. If not competing in certain challenges, we want to see you guys work on something great. We want to see you guys build your brand. We want to see you guys work with so-and-so. We want to see you guys interact with each other, and we want to see you guys have a house meeting, address each other, get to know each other. We just want to see you guys fill each other out, work with each other, and do cognitive behavioral activities to see who they truly are. I want to see more layers to these people, but instead, I just see a whole bunch of grown-ass fucking men, damn near in their 40s, middle-aged, grown-ass fucking people, throwing hands, throwing drinks, and acting a damn fool, and it's embarrassing. And I get it. Shows like Love and Hip Hop have a lot of that shit. Shows like Real Housewives of Atlanta have a lot of that shit, but there's still layers to Real Housewives. There's still layers to shows like Basketball Wives. There's still layers to shows like X on the Beach. There's still layers to a lot of these shows. It's not just fighting and violence and ratchet behavior and who's trying to get the best edit and the most camera time. I feel like a lot of these shows that are on air and that are successful right now, like Big Brother and so many shows like Basketball Wives and Love and Hip Hop and shows like Real Housewives, those shows have an organic appeal to where we can connect with each character. But it seems like all the characters on this particular show, Natalie just got them trying to revive the bullshit that we saw in the early 2000s when we was watching the Bad Girls Club. So that's how I feel about it. So overall, all the backlash Natalie is getting, all the controversy that the show is spinning, I will say that the show is something that you could definitely hate watch. You could definitely watch it and be like, okay, you know what, this is a fucking train wreck, but I'm going to watch this shit and see it through the end. But I don't see this shit lasting more than 2 seasons. I see this shit getting probably 1 season, and if they're lucky, possibly getting a 2nd season due to all the hype surrounding it. But I don't see this shit lasting more than 2 seasons at all because there's just nothing tangible about it. There's no way to market it. So I get why Natalie had a hard time pushing this shit when she first came out with the idea. Because this isn't the first time people have been pitching this. People have been wanting this idea for a long time. Because again, a lot of gay men watched the Bad Girls Club. A lot of women watched the Bad Girls Club. And people wanted to see the same concept, but with dudes. But for some reason, now that I'm seeing it executed, I get why Natalie never got it greenlit. Because it just kind of doesn't work. It just really doesn't. Because a lot of people don't want to see a whole bunch of dudes fighting. Because let's be real, dudes hit hard as fuck. Y'all ever seen dudes fight? If you're going to bring shows like this to life, at least have a balance and a common ground to where we can know more about these people and why they act the way they do and why they're like that. Let's figure out their mental health and their headspace and their businesses and what they do beyond just them fighting and throwing dreams trying to get more camera time. It's embarrassing. So that's how I feel about it overall. People just let me know what you guys thought about Natalie Nunn getting a lot of backlash, dragging it, addressing the bullshit, and her just gaslighting everybody, her making every fucking thing about herself. Even when the cast members are fighting online, she's still making shit about herself for some odd fucking reason. Please just let me know what you guys think overall about Natalie, the backlash she's getting, and the bullshit that she's trying to start, and the fact that she's trying to hype up the show. Make sure you guys stream my podcast, follow me on social media, and yeah, that's that. Choice out this bitch.